Hey everyone, Jocular Claymore here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. I completely forgot that they did mention another NPC, Sealing, from the lorry driver that we talked to. But last time we spoke more with Joyce, the yacht lady. We got more information about the strike and the Claires, who I think are running the union, but kind of like a mob sort of situation. And then we spoke with Measurehead and had to sit through his insane theories, but we did that. So, um, I looked this part up because it turns out like other people were having trouble with this part. So, Sealing is another character that we have to talk to. Oh, there's more down here that I didn't even know about. What is this? Trying to let me zoom in a bit. There. An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Okay. I see someone. Oh yeah, those are the two old men, Rene and Gaston. There is something here we didn't see. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. Slush and rain has almost washed them off. Alright. So, we haven't gone down this way. Ah! Okay, so I think this is Sealing.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
Okay, yes, we're making progress.
The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
He gives you a thumbs up. What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
Yeah?
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Yes, I am. I'm very cool. He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Whip him out. No, it's a safety hazard.
What? No finger pistols, officer? Pew pew!
I'm not here to play with finger pistols. I'm here on official business. What do you think is going to happen when all those finger bullets come raining down to Earth?
The lieutenant nods approvingly.
Kim likes that.
You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Maybe I can interest you in some premium menswear instead.
Okay, so we can ask where he's from. What's your stance on drugs? And persuade him to give some money. So I like exhausting all the dialogue options anyway, so let's start with, where are you from?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All revolution.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't want to assume, like, that a person is from, a certain place, especially if, especially if they sound foreign. I think it's rude to, like, ask, oh, where are you from? Because, you don't know their story. But for the sake of this, you're from the Apricot Suzerainty, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that you're from Seaguy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Okay. Let's see. Isn't it a shithole because of Revachol?
If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, Whatever's good for business is good for me.
So, Ceiling, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
I'm super into them. I actually don't like them. We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
Yeah, it's true. We don't like that guy at all.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
Spreads his arms. So you forgot to tell me? So you are embarrassed to tell me? Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor? Ceiling, my source tells me you're the one transporting drugs for the Union.
No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh? Have you thought about that?
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd? You know, the drug crowd?
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
There wasn't some drug crowd. You know who they are. Tell me now. You're wasting my time. Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer you've been selling his stuff. Yeah, we can try pulling leverage.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Okay.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on. We're buddies, Ceiling. Help us out. No one will know it was you. Can't promise that. We'll go with the first option.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Alright, so awesome. We got the jam mystery updated. Okay, it's good. So we've been doing this for like the past 2 episodes, I think. So we interrogated the drivers and we found out that there's a lady driver. So we got to find out who she is and where her lorry is. So, okay. Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Pointing to pale driver, dazed out, strange? I don't think so, but...
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
He's not ruling her out.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Okay.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
He points north.
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay, we're cool now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Persuade him to give you some money. +1 for ratting out the lady driver. Yeah, why not?
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you, come on.
Oh man, I feel corrupt now. Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
It's an investment in me, a highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane. Invest in me not telling your employer about your operation here. Oh, that's blackmail. I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCM. It's an investment in your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man. Maybe I don't have to do everything. Hmm. Customer base, I guess?
Fair point. You can't have a successful business without a loyal customer base. How much is your loyalty worth?
Yeah, 5 is fine.
What? Only a fiver? You can't even buy a pack of Royal Extras with that. Let's make this one stick, my man.
Okay, 10?
10 real is a
Hey,
bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
thanks. I don't know if this will affect things later on, but maybe we can buy something.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
This doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy saving? Thanks for the advice. I'll try to be more economically conscious.
Very cool. The economy thanks you, officer.
Let's browse
You
through.
find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Ew.
The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging from that pile of rags. 83%.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
+1 composure, -1 shivers. Sure.
Gotta prepare for springtime, right?
What else we got?
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Okay, we have sneakers and speakers. See the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Well, I don't got 50.
Only? That's madness. Found ultra. Wear the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine.
Hey, what about the speakers?
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
But I already looked at the sneakers. What about the speakers, though? Doesn't anyone want those speakers? Poor little speakers. Pat them.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Can't I just buy the sad, conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Lo-fi socialist junk.
But I love lo-fi socialist junk. But I need some speakers. That's why I want them. I think I might be a lo-fi socialist junk myself. You're right. I don't have time for junk. That's why I want them.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them...
He pauses for a moment, calculating.
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
But the sneakers are 50. So that would be 50-50?
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first.
Alright, well, we can't afford it. Moving on. Thanks, Sealing. Okay, so it looks like we know about the lady driver. Let's go talk to the other drivers and see what they know.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
He shifts around, suddenly uncomfortable, then looks away. Why? Do you know something? What is it? I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved with the drug business. What is it?
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
I asked you who was conducting the drug trade. You say you didn't know. Now you're saying you do. Who is this person? What's her name? Who is she to you? What does she look like? When did she leave? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
I asked you who was conducting the drug trade. You say you didn't know. Now you're saying you do.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
It's true. We would of course a lie. But a kind heart is tricky.
Hmm.
Bah. Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
I'm not even wearing glasses, and just by habit, I'm like trying to adjust. I'm wearing contacts right now. Okay. What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
We got... Wait. Uh-oh, I lost track. Oops. Oh, I lost track. Oh, well. What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
It's like Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Okay. When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
Yeah, I get it. You care about her.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
Oh, that's sad.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
It's not snitching, it's just a few questions. Come on, man, life is just a joke. I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Hmm.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Hold on, her mind. When she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows something. Wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances. And he's okay with others ratting her out?
That's a good point. So you're alright with others ratting her out, you just don't want your hands dirty. Put yourself in my shoes, I need specification. She's a suspect, I need you to tell me where she is, or I can't finish. That's forcing. Find another. The first one, yeah, that makes sense.
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too.
I guess we'll drop it for now.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes too.
Yeah, I like Tommy. But let's talk to the other drivers first. Okay, so that's it for now.
Lonesome. Long way home.
Nice.
Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead, to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then, past the video rental store on the corner.
Ooh.
There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Okay. Bonuses. Learning cap for perception raised to 5, speed gives 1 sec. Cool. Yeah, so that's the windbreaker we bought. Okay. Alright. Making progress. Let's go talk to Pale Driver, the lady who tends to zone out. Yeah, here.
The woman is still hunched over the railing, her head sweating.
Snap your fingers.
What is it? What do you want?
Okay, we know she's not the lady driver, probably, but let's... No, she's not. But let's ask her anyway.
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
I was told of a woman driver, the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
So you're not the driver everyone is terrified of.
I'm only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Then who's the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing around? when I have my movies to go to.
Why are you scared of the people who used to know you?
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was.
You said long haul. That's...
The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just...
She hums along as if to a track on repeat.
In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air. You don't hear any vocals.
That's all I needed to know. Thanks.
Awesome.
The woman stares at you, her mind elsewhere now on another matter. Okay. Let's go talk to Raceman. Oh yeah, can't go this way. Gotta go around the statue. You.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Sealing didn't do it, then why are you smirking? Just tell me which one's for Lori. You knew Sealing didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
Just tell me which one's for Lori.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? You? So who does? The lady driver? Actually, we do. Just tell me who. Just, just tell me who.
You're all bark and no bite. The real dogs are up in Jamrock. Everyone knows that.
You mean La Puta Madre?
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
I believe La Puta Madre translates to the bitch mother. Okay.
Yeah, him.
Who's La Puta?
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Yeah, I think we should let Kim cook. Let's see where this goes.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Mm-hmm.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
Yeah, you tell him, Kim.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek. I know you did. Does it look like his friends protected him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
Okay, so 20%. I mean, Yeah, let's give it a try.
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
The jig's up. I've got the goods on you. Why don't you and me step outside for a little talk? Look, I'm sorry. Can you just tell me what you know? Let's try this.
Oh yeah? And what goods are those?
You know, your goods.
There's some kind of homo thing?
I don't really know where that came from.
The lieutenant gives you a brief sideways glance.
Let's just go and ask Tommy, alright? We are wasting our time here.
Okay, we tried. Tommy. Now it's raining.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I've changed my mind.
What? But I told you she's my friend. Please don't make me give her up, detective. Get someone else. There's a ton of drivers here.
Well, I tried. She's a suspect. I need you to tell me where she is, or I can't finish the investigation. Let's try option 2.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
Okay, let's try it.
I thought you were a different kind of cop.
Something breaks in him as he stares into your eyes. Where is the lady driver?
Here.
He takes a keyring from his pocket, then looks at it before giving it to you, in silence.
The keys to a motor lorry. Pretty complex. Looks like a chain lock.
Her lorry's still here. Down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know.
Yeah, sorry, bro. We're just doing the investigation, you know? Her lorry's down there, down past the statue of Philippe. Is that the guy on the horse? Cabin is green. You can get.
When did she leave?
Last Friday.
He blinks, his eyes half empty now. Anything else? Wait, why did you have the keys?
She left them to me. Because she trusted me. So I can get it out of the way when the jam breaks loose. Otherwise...
He doesn't finish the sentence.
The other drivers would have to tow it or break in to get the machines moving.
If they break in, they would find what's hidden inside. Something incriminating.
Anything else, like where she is now?
No. I don't know.
One more thing about something else.
Nah. I need to think my own thoughts now. Pray forgiveness for my sins. Go check your cabin. I hope it gets you something. Help someone.
Sorry, Tommy. Okay. I'm also keeping an eye on the clock in the bottom right, so that we can return to the apartment on the balcony. Alright.
This green found, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This is the one our man pointed to.
It's empty inside. Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Unlock the door with the key Tommy gave you.
You push the key into the lock and turn. It makes a cracking sound. Then the door pops back a few centimeters. You can just
open it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Admire the posters?
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century.
Cool.
One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Stop and wonder, what's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade number 5.
What's that smell? Oh, the sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick. Sorry, Bloodborne is like my favorite game. I just had to. Alright, study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
That's sad. Yeah, that happens a lot in real life. I mean, we know more about it when it happens to celebrities, but I mean, just really happen to anybody. Let's see. Stop one minute. Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard, and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
What else is here?
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat.
Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
That's an odd thing to do. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Back up into the cabin again.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Périphérique. Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
His thought trails off. Push in the pull-out toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
Yeah, I guess we're done here.
You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Hey, what's up, Kim?
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Good point. Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I just want to point out how much I love, like the different expressionist paintings that we get for different, I guess, aspects or layers of the mind. Like, right now we have logic talking to us. Before we've had conceptualization, drama, and if I'm not mistaken, they each have a unique image associated with it. I just love that. I think it's really cool.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
How do you think this is connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Evrard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
In short, this is a future angle, possibly a good one.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this? I doubt they do, but let's see.
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin. I don't think that's relevant. Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile. Could the film industry be involved? I don't think so, but let's go with this one.
Yes, well...
Yeah, I don't think it matters. Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over, after you.
Cool. Yeah, so let's go talk to Joyce again. What's going on? Sometimes I get stuck on things that I don't even see or know are there. Love this music. I don't think there's fast travel, is there? I would like to see, map. Yeah, we still have the map. And then we can't really do anything with these. Okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on
Yes.
the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Ooh. New skill point. Awesome. Before we forget. Okay. I would like to get Psyche up. Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. We already leveled that. Understand others, work your mirror neurons. intimidate the public, connect to Station 41, understand cop culture, charm men and women. I would like more empathy. Yeah, let's go with empathy. And then that's the well, yeah, we already updated it. Okay. Wait, where exactly have these eyes? Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
Private military contractor. Damn. A momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Trauma and stressor disorder? I mean, is that supposed to be like PTSD? Post-traumatic stress disorder? I suppose it's another way of describing it. I don't know.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
So that must be our man. What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Damn.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
You've made a mess here. I have to say, this is not Disco. This is so not fetch. Maybe the investigations can team up, share resources and intelligence. Boy, oh boy, is that not good.
It's not good. No. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She grabs hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
I mean, ideally, we would just hold all guilty parties accountable. But if we don't pin this on someone good, whatever that means. Alright?
The Debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Is that true? Wow. That's crazy.
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
Yeah, it turns out that we don't have a gun either, but we lied to our department about that.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? I think the confrontation is inevitable. I mean, it's possible. You got people with guns, so there's going to be violence, bloodshed eventually.
It doesn't have to be like this. Nameless, badgeless officer of the citizens' militia. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Krenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating law enforcement activities in complex multinational investigations. Their database is the single largest source of information in the world.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP now?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the Colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
This Lely. Anything else? Nationality? How old would you say he was?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Okay, so we have a high chance for the logic roll. Where are these mercenaries?
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Yeah, so we spoke to him before.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we haven't met that person yet. I wonder if it's, what's her name? Cindy the Skull? Because she was up high, like, painting the walls and stuff. Or somebody new. Okay, one must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, a scout leader. One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout. Let's go with this one.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
New skill point, let's go. That was fast. Hold yourself together. Intimidate the public. Connect to Station 41. Charm men and women. We have been losing morale throughout. Yeah, we'll go with Volition.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel.
She nods toward the sloop's cabin. I had another question for you.
I hope I can answer it better.
Okay, it looks like this is our last one. How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Hey, looks like that's everything.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Okay. Yeah, so we finished the jam mystery. Okay, we did that. Find any information you can. Yeah, our missing gun. This Enigma. Okay. Just wondering if there's anything else to do. We have the pry bar. We can do this next episode. This looks like we're done with this for now. Damages, track down badge. We made the call. Yeah, so it feels like we can't make more progress on, you know, the murder investigation until we talk to the smoker on the balcony again. So yeah, I'm not sure. On that note, I think this is a good place to stop for now, but we're making progress. Again, I'm loving this game. I just want to keep playing. I'm so enthralled with the universe and the characters. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. Like I just have to keep going. I just have to know things. But on that note, thank you so much for being here with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave any comments spoiler-free if there are any directions you can point me to that can help along with this. Remember to save your progress. I will see you in the next video.